And as I wake up from this crazy dream, I hope that things remain as they seem.
What's going on, everyone? For those of you who do not know, my name is Dan, and I'm now in Japan. So I just recently arrived here from the US. I had like a really quick layover in Korea, which is why you saw the intro footage. But yeah, so I'm gonna be here for a semester to study abroad, and I'm gonna be basically taking you guys along with me for this experience through these vlogs. So basically, in this video, I'm gonna be explaining to you guys what you can expect from these videos and from these vlogs. And some of it's going to be day to day, but also some of it is going to be about the experience, what the culture's like, some about like culture shock and things like that. So for those of you who don't know, I'm actually a second-gen Korean American, and because of that, I've always felt like I was kind of the mediator between like two different groups of people. So when I was growing up, I had to try to explain to my American friends what Korean culture was like, and my parents would always ask me and my two older sisters how our friends grew up or what our generation was into, and you know, just kind of like what the differences were. So yeah, it almost felt like I was kind of the translator between the two different groups of people, and just like I was the translator back then, hopefully I can do the same for you guys. So hopefully through my experience you guys can learn more about what Japanese culture is like, what studying abroad here is like, and the sort of the similarities and differences between life back at home in the US versus life in Japan. Now I'm gonna say this in advance, but some things will definitely get lost in the middle. Reason being is because my experience in Japan will definitely be different from your experience in Japan if you ever decide to visit, and that's partially because we might just have different viewpoints or different perspectives, and I think that's perfectly okay. But hopefully as I'm learning more, I can share with you from like an objective standpoint about what it's like here, what life is like here, what the culture is like here, and just stuff like that. So yeah, hopefully I'll be keeping you guys up to date about what dorm life is like, what it's like to live in a foreign country where you don't really know the language that well, and just things like that. Don't hate me, but I don't really know that much Japanese, even though I'm living here for like 3.5 months. But yeah, I think that'll be a great lens for you guys to look through, and you guys can learn from my mistakes, and you guys can take some of the advice that I have for you guys if you ever want to study abroad here, or if you just want to come and visit Japan. But yeah, I look forward to sharing my experience with you guys, and hopefully you guys will come along for the journey. But yeah, that's all I have for today, and I'll see you next week. Off to adventure.
Oh, this dream.